Hello everyone and welcome back. Welcome to another crafty decor adventure. In today's video, I am so excited to share with you some DIY, Dollar Tree, and budget-friendly fall decor crafts. So I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a teeny tiny budget. Listen, no matter what your budget and no matter where you're at in your crafting and decorating journey, you can always make things look fabulous and amazing without breaking the bank. So if you guys love that type of content, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel and punch that bell. It will update you every time I post a new video. I post several DIY videos a week on YouTube as well as several a day on Facebook. So thank you guys again for being here. I'm hugging all of your hearts so tight, and give yourself grace no matter where you're at and what you've got going on your journey. But let's go ahead and get into this crafting. Without further ado, go ahead and plug in those glue guns. Get out your glitter and paint, and let's get crafty! For the first Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you how to make a super adorable Dollar Tree fall gnome. So from the Dollar Tree, I grabbed one of their mop heads, I took it apart and then set it aside, and then I'm going to take two of the Dollar Tree velvet pumpkins to make my fall gnome. Now I will tell you, I ended up taking off one of the pumpkins and using a more sturdy glass vase, and I'll share that with you guys in the video. I zip tied my gnome beard together and then added a giant dollop of hot glue to the top part of my pumpkin. So my gnome beard ended up being a little bit heavy. So anyway, I'll share with you guys how I fixed that. Okay, now I'm taking two dog scarves, and you guys can order dog scarves off of Amazon or just grab some scrap fabric. Walmart also carries like little 99-cent fabric squares. So once I had my fabric glued together, I stuffed it with a little bit of cotton stuffing and hot glued that to the top of my little gnome's head, and then added this cute little nose with a wooden bead. Now my gnome hats always end up kind of floppy, so I kind of stuffed them, though I think they look just so cute. The next thing I wanted to do was jazz up my little gnome, and here's that little flop I told you guys about. So I don't recommend using two pumpkins, which is what I shared with you guys in the beginning. I ended up taking those two apart and just hot gluing this to a more sturdy base, which was one of the Dollar Tree glass vases. So there's a million ways to make gnomes, but I had to share with you guys. It was kind of my flop, so I had to share it with you guys. But he ended up being really cute. I added a cute little doodly dad to the end of his hat, and then another little ribbon. And hey, give yourself grace. This little fall gnome says, "Hello pumpkin, let's have some fun and just chill out and do some fall crafting." Oh, and also I did trim my gnome beard. So the mop head is going to be a little bit scraggly. I trimmed the beard to kind of come to a V in the center just a little bit. I kind of felt like a little beard hairdresser with my scissors. But I hope you guys are inspired to create a cute little gnome of your own. Be sure to use a sturdier base than I did, though. Those two pumpkins really didn't quite work. I think it would work though on a larger pumpkin, which is what I had planned on originally, but I was trying to keep with just using Dollar Tree supplies. Anyway, fun and fabulous on a total budget. Give me your love and tell me your secrets. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I have to share with you all this super easy Dollar Tree DIY. If you happen to go into the Dollar Tree, grab one of their carpet floor mats. This one says welcome on one side, so it's preserved to say welcome on one side, but you can flip it over, get a blank space, or just grab a blank mat. They have them in the automotive section and also like the little home decor department section. And grab one of those Dollar Tree felt, I guess they're placemats, and just a bottle of spray paint, whatever you have in your stash. I had a can of white, and so the mat that I'm using is gray, and you lay that felt pumpkin down, and then you can spray paint any color that you want to make your mat. So the sky's the limit on this one, truly, and I think these are so magical. I've shared some of these with you guys before on different placemats and how you guys can make a mat, but it never ceases to amaze me. I feel like I'm just so easily impressed, I guess, with the ease of some of these crafts anyway. But I had to share with you guys some easy crafts in this video. But look at that. I feel like it's magical. Cinderella, here we are. I think I'm going to call this actually my Cinderella mat. Now look how adorable it looks on top of a buffalo check plaid mat. This one is actually from Hobby Lobby, so the pumpkin mat looks kind of small, but it's really a sweet idea. And also be cute to grab some orange spray paint and do this in orange, which I do need to pick up some orange spray paint for my stash. But I think this is an adorable DIY. It only cost a couple bucks and it's super fun and really magical. Now Dollar Tree also sells different placemats. They sell leaves and owls and sunflowers. So you guys can take your pick and really have fun and go for it. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to show you all how to make a super adorable little scarecrow hat wreath. So grab one of those wreath hat witch forms from the Dollar Tree, and then you can take pretty much any ribbon of choice. I've also done these in burlap, but I'm going to use this orange ribbon from the Hobby Lobby, and I just added a dab of hot glue to the top, and then I'm winding the ribbon in and around the little hat witch form. So originally this did have tinsel on it, and actually this is leftover from last season, but you'll just remove the tinsel, and then I also removed those little prongs on the outside of it. And so just keep winding your little ribbon until you get full coverage on the hat part.
I'll give you my everything.
Now for the next part of this DIY, grab some Dollar Tree Deco mesh. I ended up using 3 rolls, and I'm cutting my mesh about 10 inches long, and then I'm going to take and just either burrito it, which you make like a little burrito roll, or you can also take and kind of scrunchy it. So this first one I actually scrunchy, but then I just kind of burritoed the rest of them, mainly because the Dollar Tree mesh kind of rolls in on itself anyway. So I hope that makes sense, but make some bundles. So I also added in some of this Dollar Tree plaid ribbon, and I just zip tied that to the end of my little wreath form here, and I used about 3 bundles per section of the wreath form, but usually I just kind of eyeball it a little bit, and if it needs, you know, more or less mesh and ribbon, I'll just kind of add more or less. I also cut my pieces in strips of ribbon about 10 inches long as well. Now I'm not super precise, you know, on this. I kind of just like to free flow with it and just have fun, but I did go where I added in the plaid ribbon every other one. So I did a bundle without the plaid ribbon and then one with it. I hope that makes sense. You guys just drop a comment down below and I'll try to answer some questions, but it's super easy. I always encourage you guys not to be afraid of deco mesh. I'm definitely not a pro by any means. I only work with it a couple times this season, but it seems like the more I play with it, the easier it gets, and you really can't mess it up, and it really makes things look really cute and full. Listen, I'm a 90s girl. I love me some big bows. So if you're on the big bow train and you love it, jump on. Let's go for it and make a pretty little fall decor wreath.
Every part of me, 'cause we're in this together now. You and me together now. What's the point of living if we're scared to lose each
Another little tip I have for you when you're creating deco mesh, once you know the size of your deco mesh, I like to cut it and put it into a laundry basket because it just helps it not. The mesh likes to grab a hold of everything on my crafting table and just make a huge disaster. If you, that's one little tip that I have that really helps me out. It keeps it contained and just kind of easy to grab, so you guys can pop on a show, put this on your coffee table or kitchen table, and just have fun with it. It does take a little bit of time, but I think the end process is really great. And again, I'm using about 3 to 4 bundles per prongs. I ended up using 3 rolls of the Dollar Tree deco mesh and then 1 roll of the Dollar Tree plaid ribbon, and then, you know, I just continue to fill it, and I'm using zip ties to zip tie my on. I also use pipe cleaners. Either one works just fine. The next thing I'm going to do is use my Easy Bow Maker and make a cute little bow. So for the bow on the Easy Bow Maker, you want to do it 6 inches on either side or 12 inches wide. I hope that makes sense, and that way your bow can kind of pop out. And also don't forget to dovetail those ends. If you're making a really pretty nice bow, you don't want to leave it hanging and just have junky ends. So that's a little tip there. And also I'm using this cute little ribbon from Amazon. Okay, this ribbon is so adorable. It came in a 4-pack and it really wasn't too pricey, but it had all different kinds of varieties in it. So I got this little gnome buffalo check plaid ribbon, and then the orange and black buffalo ribbon. And I did, on the bow sizes, I did all of the loops about 6 inches across on either side or 12 inches total. Oh, and if you guys need a pretty good little bow video, I also do an Olivia bow, and I'll link that down in the description box of my YouTube video. So once you pull your bow off, I zip tied it in the center, I fluffied it up, and now I'm zip tying it into my wreath. So I zip tied one of these sets of bows on one end, one in the center, and then one on the other end. And this is going to make a really nice, little, awesome, fluffy, amazing wreath. And then last but not least, I am adding just a couple little like scraps of ribbon to the top of it, and I just tied those on again with a zip tie. And then I'm using some of those little Dollar Tree mini pumpkins. They're so adorable. Listen, they come in a 4-pack, same as Hobby Lobby, but they're only $1. I really feel like Dollar Tree has totally killed it this year on their fall decor. And check out this super adorable little Scarecrow Wreath. So fun and fabulous, you guys. These are so easy to do. Throw that deco mesh on there, make some big fluffy bows, and you guys have an amazing project. And hey, these wouldn't be too bad to put into a cute little Etsy shop as well. Just a little tip if you guys want to make a little extra cash on the side. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how to make a super cute little pumpkin gnome jar. Okay, so grab one of those little Dollar Tree craft bottles and then some mini pumpkins, and pop some mini pumpkins into your craft bottle. Now this idea I thought would be really great for all ages, and you know, for anybody that doesn't want to do a lot of gluing. So look, you have a cute little fall decor idea already. Now Dollar Tree is selling the cutest darn stickers this year. Oh my goodness, how stinking cute is this? So just grab any little sticker really, and you can pop it onto the front of your little craft bottle, and then you have a cute little decorative bottle on a total budget. And then you guys can really get creative with how you want to decorate your bottle. So pop your lid back on, and then what I did is I grabbed some of this cute little Dollar Tree orange buffalo check plaid ribbon. Check out how adorable this is. I chose a gnome that said fall. And then I just made a cute little shoelace bow, and I added that to the top of my jar. So this was super easy peasy, you guys. So fun, easy, definitely for all ages. And you can really get jazzy with it. And these would look super adorable in your craft area if you needed a place to store those cute little pumpkins, or maybe in a 3-tiered tray. The sky's the limit. Have fun with it and get creative.
Stop breathing. I don't want to be here without you. Without you. Without you. Without you. Without
For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you how to make a super adorable, easy little Dollar Tree pumpkin blooming pumpkin floral, I guess. So grab one of those Dollar Tree buckets. I chose the P. It's what my last name starts with. And then I'm using this shish kebab. I'm going to kind of bend it off and pop it into the foam pumpkin. So Dollar Tree's putting out the cutest, oh my goodness, you guys, the cutest little pumpkins this year. They're buffalo check plaid, so we don't even have to worry about making our own buffalo check plaid pumpkin. But anyway, any pumpkin will do, honestly. Pop them into your little floral, and then I realized one of them really got a little over pop there, but hey, add some moss and I promise you I'm going to fix that. And Dollar Tree also carries moss as well. So here's what we have so far. Okay, this is looking a little awkward with the two pumpkins just kind of hanging out here to the side, but we're going to add some corn and really jazz things up. Dollar Tree is also carrying 2 packs of corn. So funny thing is they're carrying a 2-pack of corn for $1, but they're still selling the individual corn for $1. I guess I need to look at them and see if maybe there's a size difference. I did trim the corn down just a little bit. It seemed to be a little bit kind of like large and floppy, but at least for this arrangement, fine anywhere else. Anyway, I'm taking with these Dollar Tree pre-made bows. I'm going to hot glue it to the top of my cute little pea bucket. And I'm going to pop in some velvet pumpkins. I'm just kind of getting creative and making a little bit of a wild pumpkin bouquet, but you guys have fun with it, really. You can make some fun things with all the Dollar Tree goodies. And the next thing I also wanted to do was pop one into the back of this and kind of balance it out. Now I'm taking some of this super adorable gnome ribbon. You can find it on Amazon. I made a cute little easy bow, pop that into the front. I didn't even have to hot glue it or anything. It just popped right underneath that pumpkin. And then I added some extra ribbon, kind of zhuzhed it up there, and voila, I have a fabulous blooming pumpkin bouquet. So this is for all of you guys that are super big pumpkin lovers and you maybe don't want to work with flowers, but you might want to have some fun with some pumpkins. Here is how it turned out. I popped it onto my little side table, added a candle, my cute little gnome jar, a cute little sign, and some more corn, and voila, we have a fabulous little vignette of a fall goodness. Now, hey, listen, thank you guys so much for being here. As always, I ask that you guys comment and let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video and which one will you be recreating. I love to hear what you guys are up to. And I also need to know, what is your start date for fall decorating? I'm actually going to be starting some this week. So you guys definitely be looking for that. Drop that comment down below. I have a $100 Hobby Lobby gift card that I'm giving away. The details are going to be in the description box of my video. Thank you guys for being here. And here is the best, most wonderful thing in the world is BINGE Bear. He's getting a super cuddle fest with my daughter, so she loves to wrap him up in a blanket and just chill out with him while she's listening to her headphones and reading a book. How adorable. He looks like a little puppy Eskimo, but she cuddles him. We call it like a cuddle fest with BINGE Bear. So he is getting his super cuddle down for all the BINGE Bear fans. We love you guys. He loves you guys. And rough to all those puppy dogs that also love to just watch BINGE Bear. I thought I would give you guys some of those positive, cozy little puppy dog vibes. Don't forget to comment down below and light up the comment section with some amazing positivity, and I love y'all. So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all here. If you all are new, welcome. I am Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home, and I'm a DIY crafty mama. I love to share with you guys how you can make your homes boutique gorgeous on a teeny tiny budget. Listen, y'all don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. And for everybody that comes back and loves on me, thank you guys so much. It is truly a blessing and honor. I hope to encourage you guys and inspire you guys no matter where you're at in your crafting and decorating journey. And for me personally, I know that crafting and decorating has been so good for my heart and soul. No matter what I've got going on, when I'm plugging in my glue gun and making something cute and pretty for my home, it just makes me feel a little bit better. And then I'll even go a step further and make something for a friend or a family member, or just some little delightful goodie that will brighten somebody's day. So I just want to encourage you guys to put one foot in front of the other no matter where you're at, because I know everybody has something going on. No matter what, you guys have always got something going on, or you've been through something or whatnot. So just keep going and stay positive. You can do this. Each day can get a little bit better. And if you have a setback, don't worry about it. You guys just keep on going. So that's my message from me to you. Keep up that good work crafting and decorating. Also, I would love to invite you guys over to my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. Listen, we just recently hit 1 million on my Facebook page. What? So you guys have to pop over there. I do share several videos a day on Facebook, so I'd love to have you guys follow me over there. Also, I have a free group page for you guys. Now, this group is totally just for sharing photos of your home decor and DIY projects. I wanted to give you guys a community that when you create something, you can share those photos of your home decor and DIY projects. And you don't have to share. You can just pop on there and leave kind comments or browse and get inspired, which I love to do because you guys are so creative and amazing. So everybody that's over there, keep up the good work crafting and decorating. And every time you guys try something, even if it's maybe not a crafting win, because I've had plenty of fails in my crafting adventure, you're going to get a little bit better, or you're going to learn something. So give yourself some grace. Don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on your projects, and don't give up on your dreams for that matter. I feel like I'm a fine wine, just getting better with age, right? So thank you guys again. I love y'all to the moon and back. I'm hugging all of your hearts so tight. I'm wishing you a gorgeous, fabulous, blessed day. And until our next video, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. I'll talk to you very soon. Goodbye.
That I love you.